All right, my name is Devron, and if you are broke, this video is for you. If you aren't broke, but can stand to make an extra $40,000 this year, and let's be honest, I think anybody will be up to make an extra $40,000, then this video is for you, okay? In this video, I'm going to tell you the components that you need in order to make $40,000 in 6 months wholesaling, all right? This is a very attainable goal. Anyone can do this, all right? And it's very realistic, okay? The reason why I say 6 months is because it usually takes between 2 and 3 months from beginning to end to profit on a wholesale deal. The average assignment fee is between $15,000 and $20,000. So let's work to get that $20,000 assignment fee. So that's why I say $40,000 in 6 months. We're gonna have you close 2 deals, $20,000 each within 6 months. That's gonna give you your $40,000. All right, you can do this part-time. Let me start out by saying that. Part-time, you can definitely get this done. I understand that the majority of the people who are just getting into wholesaling may already have a job. I get it. You gotta pay the bills, right? But if you're doing this full-time, then I guarantee you can get it done in less than 6 months. It's very attainable. You can do it in less than 6 months if you are going hard, if you are focused and all in and committed on wholesaling, then you can definitely get it done in less than 6 months. But like I said in this video, I'm gonna show you, or I'm gonna tell you the components that you need to have in order to get this done. Anybody can do this. If you're looking to make an extra 40K, if you're broke, then you really need to listen, all right? So number one, to be able to make 40K in 6 months wholesaling, you probably think that you have to be this talented person who knows everything about wholesaling and knows everything about real estate and how to calculate construction cost and how to find buyers and what a deal is. No, you don't need to know, really you don't need to know any of that, okay? You do not have to be talented. You do not have to be all that smart to do it as well, all right? That's a definite misbelief that people think that they need to be extremely talented and need to be extremely smart in order to make money wholesaling. And that is far from the truth, okay? That is not necessary. I am not the most talented person in the world. I am not the smartest person in the world, and I don't pretend to be. However, I do have a great work ethic, and that work ethic is what's going to be able to make you achieve this goal and make a whole lot more money than 40K, all right? The reason why I've been able to be so successful wholesaling real estate is because, like I said, my work ethic and my ability to just keep going, my ability to be persistent. You don't have to be the most talented, you don't have to be the smartest, okay? You don't need either one of those to be a successful wholesaler or to make 40K in 6 months wholesaling. It's not necessary, all right? Number two is the mindset. All right, you have to have the right mindset in this game, okay? You have to be mentally strong, all right? You don't have to be talented, you don't have to be the smartest, but you have to be it up here, because that's what it takes. You're gonna get a lot of no's, all right? You are going to get a lot of no's throughout your journey, and eventually you'll come across that yes. But before you come across that yes, it's going to be a ton of rejection, all right? It is what it is. You have to have a really strong mindset because there's going to be a lot of rejection that you are going to come across that you are going to have to face. And you're going to have some thick skin. It is what it is. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. People are going to tell you no all day, every day. But if you have the right mindset and the ability to really just block all of that out and to keep going or to rebuttal objections, learn how to rebuttal objections, or to just move on to the next seller, then you can definitely make 40K in 6 months wholesaling. I can't tell you the amount of times that, especially when I first started out, how many times I've knocked on a door or made a phone call and got hung up on, or just been told flat out no, or to get out my face, or to F off. Like it happens. It's gonna happen. But I had the mindset of one, knowing that I was going to get the outcome of what I wanted if I just kept going, right? I had a bigger picture in mind, all right? I knew that I wanted to get up out of the situation that I was in, all right, and put myself in a better situation financially, and that mindset is what allowed me to do that. All right. So you really have to be in the right mindset and do what you have to do to get yourself in that mindset every single day to be able to perform. And I don't care what it is. For me, I like to get up and I like to work out in the morning, right? I work out in the morning. That gets me in the right mindset. All right. I work out, come home, take a shower, get a cup of coffee, and I'm ready to go. For some people, it can be as drastic as doing a cold plunge, all right? It's not my cup of tea, but hey, to each his own, all right? If that's what you do, if that's what you like to do, then by all means, make sure you do that to get you in the right mindset. If you need to go on a walk, do that. If you need to read the Bible, do that. If you need to watch a motivational video, do that. It doesn't matter what it is, all right, as long as you are in that right mindset to be able to talk to people, because you are going to get rejected throughout the day. It's going to happen. And the more of the rejections you can get through, right, the more realistic or the more attainable that this goal is going to be, because it's there for you. All right. It's there for you. I know for a fact because I've done this over and over again. Okay. So just make sure you get in that mindset. All right, number 3 is attitude. All right, you have to approach this with the right attitude. All right, you have to wake up in the morning, okay, with a positive attitude. This business is too harsh for you to be in a negative state of mind, okay? You cannot be in a negative state of mind. You have to keep a positive attitude no matter what happens. Because like I said, I'm going to keep reiterating it, but there's going to be a lot of rejection, okay? Entrepreneurship, sales, it gets lonely, all right? But you have to keep a positive attitude, because if you walk around with a negative attitude, then that's going to portray in the phone call, all right? That's going to, rub off when you are knocking on the door. The seller or the realtor is going to be able to sense that. Right? They're gonna be able to sense this negativity that you're bringing around them, and it's really gonna be a no then. So you have to learn how to exercise this attitude muscle. This is definitely one of the things you can control. You can control your attitude. If anything, there's a lot of things you can't control throughout the day, but what you can control is you being disciplined, getting up, and having the right attitude. That attitude is going to make a tremendous difference. A seller will sell to you because you have a great attitude. All right? Make sure that your attitude is in check and your mindset is in check when you wake up and ready to get after this goal. All right? Get after that $40,000 in 6 months, which is very attainable if you have these in check. Okay? Now, the most important thing, no matter really how you feel, all right, whether your mindset's off, your attitude may be off, but one thing you definitely have to do for sure is prospect, all right? You need to prospect. Prospect, prospect, prospect. Having the right mindset and having a positive attitude is going to make prospecting so much easier for you. Okay, Devron, what is prospecting? Prospecting is simply talking to sellers all day, every day. Simple as that. You need to be talking to sellers. Talk to sellers. If you don't want to do the direct to seller method of wholesaling, which I prefer you do, but if you do not want to do the direct to seller method of wholesaling, then you need to be talking to realtors. someone who is talking to sellers, okay? You need to be talking, communicating from sun up to sundown with sellers. How else are you going to reach this goal? How else are you going to make money in real estate if you aren't talking to someone who has the product? You can't get around it. There's no other way to get around that. You have to prospect, okay? Especially if you want to make $20,000 assignment fees, all right? The more sellers that you talk to, the greater your chances of accomplishing this goal, all right? You have to prospect. So, what are some ways that you can prospect? Well, one is cold calling, all right? Be on the phone. Always be on the phone. Be talking to somebody who has real estate, all right? If you're afraid to talk to sellers in the beginning, cool. Then you need to pick up the phone and talk to realtors. The only time you shouldn't be calling someone is on your lunch break, all right? Especially in the beginning, if you haven't built that book of business yet, this is what you need to be on the phone, right? This is what you need to be doing. I love cold calling because you know right then and there if the seller wants to sell, okay? You don't have to wait like, if you were to do direct mail or any other type of marketing like that. But cold calling is really the least expensive thing you can do. It's one of the least expensive ways of prospecting. Starting out if you don't have a lot of money. So I do recommend cold calling. Another way of prospecting is door knocking, okay? So door knocking is great if you don't have a lot of money. Get your ass up, get in the car, go to a neighborhood where you know that there are a lot of investors flipping houses, where there's a lot of action, and knock on those doors. Door knock. It's free. The only thing you're giving up is a little bit of gas money and your time, which is also called sweat equity, especially in the beginning if you do not have a lot of money. I guarantee if you do these things on a consistent basis, and if you're doing it full time, you will reach this goal in less than 6 months. I understand if you're doing it part time, you have a job, you have bills to pay. I get it. But make sure you're making time for this. Okay, when you get off of work, if you get off of work at 5, you need to go straight home and you need to hop on the calls. All right, from 6 to 7, or at least do an hour of calls. On the weekends, you need to go out and start door knocking. All right, during the weekday, go out and start door knocking, especially when you get off of work because everybody else is off of work. So everyone's home. On the weekends, everyone is home. So you need to be doing these. You need to find time. If you are part-time, you need to find time to do this as much as possible so you can reach this goal, because this goal is very attainable. And it can happen over and over and over and over again if you're doing these over and over and over and over and over again, all right? Another way of prospecting or who you can prospect to are realtors, okay? Now, this is a little bit easier because the realtors already have the real estate listed, okay? Now, if you can get the realtor's information, which makes it easier to call the realtor because their information is on the MLS. So you see the property that they have listed, you see their email address, you see their phone number, you can even see their office number, their cell phone number. This makes it a lot easier to cold call, right? Because you don't have to skip trace the seller's number, try to find the seller's number, have to get up and go knock on the door. However, if you do go this route with the realtors, the deal might not be as juicy because the realtor has a fiduciary duty to sell the property at the highest value. And if it's on the MLS, everybody in that market already knows about the property. So if you're wholesaling and you want to do this realtor route where you just want to speak to realtors and go after realtors, that's fine. That works too, as long as you're doing it on a consistent basis. That works too, but the profit might not be as fat, right? Whereas if you go direct to seller, you'll have more negotiating power, okay? You'll be able to get it at a deeper discount but rather than going through a realtor, because now the realtor's fee, the realtor's commission is in that spread somewhere. Whereas if you go direct to seller, there's no realtor commission. So the realtor route's fine. If you don't have access to the MLS, okay, you can get on Zillow, all right, realtor.com, and Trulia, all right? So if you get on Zillow, realtor.com, Trulia, you'll be able to see properties that are listed if you don't have the MLS, right? Because once they post on the MLS, they go on these websites as well. I can't express how important it is to prospect. You need to be prospecting all day, every day. If you're in this full time, if you are committed, that's in the very beginning, from sun up to sun. You need to be treating it like a full-time job. From sun up to sundown, 9 to 5, you're on the phone talking to people, because that's where the money is. All right, that is how you are going to close deals. Okay, you have to be on the phone, and if you are on the phone, you have the right mindset, you have a positive attitude, a positive attitude. Okay, you have a positive attitude, because this is what you can control. You can't control this. This is one thing you can control. You can't control the seller not picking up. You can't control the seller not answering the door. You can't control the realtor's incompetence. You can't control that stuff. But what you can control is this. All right, this is key. This is, get these right, and then do this every day. The sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. Now, this last component right here is really the secret sauce to all of it, all right? It's the secret sauce to everything. You know, obviously, all of this is very important, especially that. But where people fail, all right, where people come up short is that they don't do this. They don't go through with this. And when I say this, what I mean is persistence. You have to be persistent, okay? Persistence is key. Now, what is persistence? Persistence is the ability to push through. As simple as that. Like I said before, you are going to come across a lot of rejection. There's going to be a lot of days where it's going to be lonely and you're going to feel like you're not getting through. People aren't going to be answering the phone. People aren't going to be answering the door. You're going to get told no so many times. But the successful people, all right, the successful people who do wholesaling, who are successful in wholesaling, what makes them stand out is this, the persistence. Okay, you have to keep going. You can't quit. You have to every single day get up. All right, and with persistence is discipline. All right, I think I spelled that right, but persistence and being disciplined. It takes a discipline to get up every day to cold call and door knock. All right, it takes a discipline along with persistence to be in the right mindset every day. It's tough, it's hard, it's not easy. Okay, these components, though look simple on a board, to actually implement them every single day, it takes a special individual. And it's not for everybody. Now, can anybody do it? Yes. But just because anybody can do it doesn't mean that people are going to implement what's needed to do it, right? So if you can just learn how to implement these components into wholesaling, you will be successful at wholesaling. And once you're successful at wholesaling, so many other opportunities come open because now you know how to wholesale. You know how to find a deal. You know what is a good deal. You're making these huge fees and huge profits that come with wholesaling. Now you're able to do other things besides wholesaling. Now you're able to actually flip houses, right? Or you don't want to flip houses, fine. You're actually able to buy rental properties because you have the capital to do so because of wholesaling. When I first started, I didn't have any capital, okay? I didn't have the rentals that I have now when I first started, okay? I have over 20 rentals. And the reason why I have over 20 rentals is because of wholesaling. I built capital by wholesaling, all right? And how was I able to be successful by wholesaling? Because I was persistent. I was disciplined. I cold called and door knocked every single day, Monday through Sunday, sun up to sundown. And it takes a special individual to be able to do something like that, especially in the beginning. If you have money in the beginning, all right, you don't have to cold call and door knock, okay? But the majority of people don't have the money in the beginning. In the beginning, if you have money, then you could just throw it at direct mail. You could just throw money at PPC, pay-per-click, or TV ads, paid advertisements, Facebook ads. Like, that's another way of, because all wholesaling is marketing at the end of the day. That's all wholesaling is. It's just marketing. And if you don't have money, the best marketing is cold calling and door knocking. And in order for you to do this consistently, you have to be persistent and disciplined, have the right mindset, have the right attitude, positive attitude, and you can get it done. And you don't have to be talented or the smartest person in the world. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So, like I said before, if you are broke, this can change your life. This has changed my life. If you want to make some extra cash, which is always good, which is always, I can't see anyone saying no to making some extra money. You need to implement this because this will take you to the next level. All right? This will allow you to build generational wealth. Okay? So you can make 40K in 6 months wholesaling. It can happen. You can do it a lot quicker than that. But like I said, it usually takes 2 to 3 months from beginning to end on a deal. So when I say beginning, I mean finding the deal, getting it under contract, to end to closing it with the title company. Usually takes between 2 and 3 months, especially if you're cold calling and door knocking. It's a lot longer. Now, if you're doing inbound marketing, which is the TV ads, the PPC, Google ads, Facebook ads, then it happens a whole lot quicker than that. But let's be real. If you're just getting into this, most people that are just getting into this, not everyone, but most people like myself who, when I got into this, I didn't have any money. So this is perfect for someone who does not have a lot of money. You can literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars within 6 months to a year wholesaling, just by cold calling and door knocking. So take advantage of this, okay? Go out there, make your 40K in 6 months wholesaling. I know you can do it, all right? If you got value out of this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.